So these were all in 4 boxes stored, so no one could ever see them or enjoy them. So now they're gonna go somewhere up there. So I thought you guys might want to look at these real quick. I'm starting to try to stack them up and organize them in some way that, because 5 or 6 can fit on a peg, so we really only need probably like 6 or 8 pegs full. So yeah, we got to pick 6 or 8 figures that are going to be on top. So for Return of the Jedi, I have a Claw 2. This is the Palatoy one, the really cheap version. If you're collecting figures, this is probably the first one you should get if you're new to collecting. Weequay. 65 back. The other Claw 2 on a 77 back. I love this Bib Fortuna. And we have a Power of the Force, triple logo, tri-logo, prune face. Have to try and get examples of every card back is kind of one of my things. Tri-logo Biker Scout. I got my C-3PO this past year. A little crinkled at the top, but I got him finally. This is one of the very first ones I ever got. I actually bought this on clearance at a KB Toys. So I've owned this my entire life, pretty much. But unfortunately, that was the only one I still have that I got at a store. Han Solo with camouflage on the lapels, Anakin Skywalker offer. I remember when I got these, this is no camo on the lapels, so I got the variant on card. I remember when I got these because I didn't actually care which version I got. I just wanted a Han Solo. And I was bidding for both on eBay. And they both ended up coming up for like, I think they were like 40 or 50, maybe 60 each. It was 40 or 60, if I remember right, each figure. So I won them both for so inexpensive of a price that I was like, oh, I might as well grab them both. Well, I mean, I was bidding on them, so I won them anyways. I couldn't back out. But yeah, I was fine taking them. Free 4-LOM on this one. Empire Strikes Back card, free 4-LOM mail away. And then let's see, we're getting into some really good ones. I love this Stormtrooper one. It is mint as hell, and it's got the Revenge of the Jedi on it. I mean, this is flawless. I love this Stormtrooper. Got it a long, long time ago. This one's been in my collection for years and years. It might have been the 90s when I bought that Stormtrooper. A AT-AT Commander with the Revenge logo. I'm big on Revenge logos if I can get them. Cloud Car Pilot. You guys know how much I love my Cloud Car Pilot. Got him on Empire Strikes Back with the 4-LOM offer. Let's see, we got IG-88 here. Revenge IG-88. Pretty cool. We have a Jedi carded 4-LOM. Pretty cool. Blacked out Ewoks version. And we have Dengar on an Empire Strikes Back 41 back. The blue backs are pretty cool. I like them. And let's see, we'll go through this Jedi pile, I guess. We got Lando Calrissian. 65 back. We got, oh, they were, yeah, Lobot, signed by him. Now, I got this one a million years ago also, and it was pretty cool. I wouldn't get vintage carded figures signed anymore. It's kind of a... I'm an 8x10 photograph for autographs, but I think I got that before I decided how I wanted to collect autographs. This is a cool Empire one because it's got Yoda on the back there in the corner. Empire Strikes Back Ugnaught, 41 back. A kid was Xing out. Look at Leia and Luke and them. They're X'd out. So someone was Xing out the figures as they got them. Star Wars Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. I also distinctly remember getting this one as well. This was a find at a... when I had my own business doing toy shows and selling toys and video games and stuff. So that was like from 89 or 90... and I did it for 7 years. I think we started it in 1990, and I did it for 7 years. And I was at a show with that, selling off some stuff, and I saw someone who had the carded Luke. And that was one of the examples of I waited to the end of the show. Everyone was packing up on Sunday, and I walked over to him. Because he wanted like 120 or something like that. I think he wanted like 110 or over $100. I don't remember exactly. But I lowballed him like 40 or 50 bucks or something, and then he came up to 60. We settled on $60, and I walked away with that Luke. So, but again, that was early 90s. So this is before, that was before everything, you know. All right, let's do this pile here. We got Power of the Force B-Wing with the coin. He's also a really inexpensive one to get. I'm not kidding, I have seen these on sale at a show for as low as $8 each. That's how crazy cheap the B-Wing pilot can be. So don't be surprised if you can find that one for really cheap. For some reason, the B-Wing pilot and that Klaatu are like super abundant or whatever, or nobody wants them, I don't know. The Tri-Logo B-Wing. I think it's the coined B-Wing pilot. I think the regular B-Wing on the Jedi one is actually more than this one. Yeah, my dignitary. Royal Guard, I like. I love that Royal Guard. We got an Imperial Commander. And then let's see, we did those. Okay, we're going into Star Wars now. On Star Wars card backs, I've got the Death Squad Commander here. Again, a really nice card back. 12 back one. And again, I've had these for a million years. All the stuff on Star Wars cards, I've probably had for 15, 20 years or more. And that's why I own them. I wouldn't even touch them today. Just because I'm cheap. I'm a cheapskate. But I love that I have Hammerhead with the Boba Fett offer. And it's got the sticker on the back. So this is after they stopped doing the rocket firing part. But someone took the thing out. So you'll notice some of these will be damaged because that was how I could get them for cheaper, because they got a little bit of damage. Snaggletooth. I'm not opposed to damaged card backs as long as... Mostly if the front looks good, I'm happy, because that's where I'm going to put it on display. But if it can get it for a little bit cheaper, I'm fine with that. 21 back. So this has Boba Fett in there. And we have a Jawa. Again, it's got damage on it. That was how I was able to get it for cheaper. 12 back Jawa. Oh, another Empire with the Star Wars display arena. Death Star droid. Really cool, 45 back. And then we have, oh, again, one of my favorites and another story. Darth Vader on the 12 back. Which is, I mean, this is like the creme de la creme of my collection. This is probably one of those items that if the place was burning down, I would jump over, grab this, and then jump out the window, you know, because this cannot go up in flames. Yeah, Darth Vader is, so the story on Darth Vader, so I grew up on a farm in upstate New York on a street called Parker Road in Marion, New York, and I moved out. Boy, I was 18, 19, 20 years old, somewhere in that range. I had almost just moved out. I probably was about 20, because it wasn't right after high school that I moved out. I was in college for a couple years living at home, and then I moved out. So I must have been around 20 years old or so. I don't know why. I just can't remember these things. My brother can remember. My brother's got almost a photographic memory, so we could ask him sometime at what age I moved out, and he'd probably remember. But I don't remember ages, dates, or any of those kind of things. I just remember the event, but I have no idea when it happened. That's kind of how my memory works. But my brother's memory can remember the date and the event, and he can even remember what clothes we were wearing, what we ate for lunch that day, stuff like that. It's crazy. But so anyways, I'm rambling again like an old man. So I moved out, and then shortly after moving out, I get a phone call from my dad saying there's people down at the farmhouse, and they're trying to sell a Star Wars figure. So I get in my car and I zip over to the house, and it's this Darth Vader. And what happened is the people said that they moved into the house up the street, and they were in the attic cleaning out the house, and they found a wrapped Christmas present shoved in the rafters, in the ceiling, in the rafters. So they pulled it out. And when they had it at my dad's house, it was still in the wrapping paper. All they had done is tore the top off, saw the Star Wars. It was probably torn off down to about here, so they could see the Star Wars and Darth Vader, and they slid it out a little bit and saw that it was Darth Vader in there. And then they just kind of left it in the wrapping paper when they brought it over, so I was able to unwrap it the rest of the way like it's Christmas. And at the time, when we looked up this figure in a Tomart's guide, we saw that they were around $150 or so, like that. And the people were just like, "Oh no, I can't sell it for that much. That's way too much money." So I think we settled on like 40 or 50 bucks. I mean, it was cheap. But at the time, that was only maybe a third of the price. So they got a good deal for finding something in their attic, and I got a good deal for getting a Darth Vader. And, you know, so at the time, that wasn't really a steal. That was just kind of like, it was about a third of the price. You know, you can negotiate that. It's okay. And, but by today's standards, even paying the full $150 would have been a total steal. So, yeah, and this has been in my collection ever since. So I'm now 48, going to be 49 in January, so this has lasted almost 30 years in my collection. Yeah, crazy, right? But it's cool to have these stories, you know. Ben Kenobi, again, got a mark on it, but I don't care, because that allowed me to get a carded Ben Kenobi on a 21 back. Really cool. And we have a Chewbacca with the Boba Fett offer. And this is this one has the picture still. So is that everything? I think that might be all of them, right? We went through the Jawa and all this stuff, and yeah, so now I'm going to choose which ones go up front, and they're going to end up there. So like that, there we go. So we've got our, and then I can rotate whichever one's in front to sort of change it every now and then. and give myself a, you know, something different to look at every once in a while. And they're all in figure shield cases, so they're going to be protected. And those are UV coated, so they won't fade with light. And yeah, not that any sunlight ever gets in here anyways. There's no windows anymore. The window's actually behind that, so it's blocking the window. And yes, in case you're wondering, I do own Yoda. He's right there. Carded Yoda original on a, is that the 22 or 23 back? It's the first time, it's the first Yoda card. Empire Strikes Back. Unpunched even. And yeah, it's the one with Yoda up in the corner, like they added him at the last second. I think that's 23, if I remember right. 23 back. Yeah. Cool. That Yoda was a tough one to get. He was, I want to say he's one of the most expensive figures. I think I probably paid the most for the Yoda over everything else. But I had to have a Yoda, you know? That's just how it is. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll keep you updated as I add more figures to this. I gotta see how many G.I. Joe and other things I have to add on here, but I want to put all the Episode 1 figures, X-Men figures, Fantastic Four, all that stuff's gonna go here. So, yeah, I'll do it as I do each section, I guess. Alright, see you soon. The remodel continues.